Krenwinkel, do you feel that what you've told the jury here today will help in your daughter's behalf?
It is my hope that it will, yes.
What do you hope to do? Do you hope to save her life? Is that your reason for coming today?
Keep the mics down a little bit. Down.
What else would I? Inclination whatsoever to enjoy the things or be affiliated with that type of a existence.
Now you've been visiting her once a week.
With Charles Manson.
Well, a short time after she left,
What was your reaction?
I said that in court.
What was your reaction to her affiliation with him?
Well, I didn't know anything about Mr. Manson at that time.
Did drugs have anything to play in the affair, Mr. Krenwinkel?
Well, it is my thought that it did. I have no way to prove that.
How could her father have foreseen that?
Well, having known her for a period of 19 years, I think it's a different personality today. And there has to be something that influences a person to change a basic personality.
Well, you said she had a very strong religious background.
Yeah.
Where and why do you think she rejected that and went wrong?
I don't know that she has rejected it.
Do you still feel that she strongly believes in the church?
I do.
Was she in favor of your testifying here today?
This I don't know.
Did you communicate with her about testifying here today?
No. 3 years, it hasn't been very close. I hadn't seen her since September of 1967.
How was it up till then?
Very close. Pat and I had done a great deal of traveling together.
Why is it when she left her work that she didn't come and counsel with you about leaving so abruptly?
Well, that's a very good question, but I couldn't answer it because I don't know.
Could you describe your feelings for us coming into court here at the murder trial of your own daughter?
No.
Sir, do you remember what that passage was in the Bible that she received the plaque for?
No, I don't.
Mr. Krenwinkel, looking at other families, you've described a very normal daughter with a very normal childhood.
She
You said
was.
in court. What could you tell someone else with a very normal daughter with a very normal childhood? How can you tell them to avert something that has happened like that has happened to Patricia?
Well, I think it would take a greater brain than I to anticipate something like that because it's just evident as the entire situation today. No one would want to see anyone become involved in something like this. And if they could anticipate it, then possibly they could have obstructed. And I'm sure any parent would be glad to obstruct anything such as this.
Mr. Krenwinkel,
Nothing you can do?
I don't believe, unless you have a crystal ball, how else would you know that this was going to happen? I didn't know it. Had no inkling whatsoever.
you talked about your divorce in the courtroom. Do you feel that had anything to do with the change in
No.
personality she became?
No.
Mr. Krenwinkel, knowing your daughter as you do, how do you account for her susceptibility to be influenced by Charles Manson?
Unaccountable.
Did she ever talk to you about Manson?
No.
Mr. Krenwinkel, in summary, you're saying that this is not the same girl that left you 3 years ago.
That's right.
How is she different?
In many ways.
Could you
In many
enumerate or?
No, I wouldn't want to. I mean, it's...
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, gentlemen, any interviews take place outside the doorway here.
Thank you.
Appreciate if you guys from TV would be taller.
Mrs. Ready?
All set.
Mrs. Krenwinkel, was this the first time you've been to this courtroom during the trial?
Yes, it is.
Can you tell us why you came today?
I came to let the people know that about my daughter, what she was like, and how much we love her, and stand by her through her trouble.
What was your daughter like, Mrs. Krenwinkel?
For every cause, from a small child, she worked for them.
Did she ever talk about what she wanted to do in life?
Oh yes, I said she wanted to be a teacher, and because she loved children, she wanted to teach, that's what she was going to go for, a teaching degree at at college.
Has she talked to you about this ordeal, Mrs. Krenwinkel?
She has not said a thing to me.
In court, you described a change in Patricia when she brought some friends in. Could you describe that for us?
Yes, she was like a stranger to me. In other words, she was a guest in my house instead of it being her house or our house. She came in like the rest, and there was always someone with her, as if it were planned that way. When I tried to get her to come in with me, she to be alone and talk with me, she'd say, "Oh, I can't. I have something to do with so and so," and that was it.
Mrs. Krenwinkel, were you ever given the opportunity to talk with your daughter about what you saw as a change in her personality?
What can you say? I mean, I just say, "I love you, darling," and she'd throw a kiss to me and look sort of vague.
She never explained it to you.
She has never explained it to
Do
me.
you have some explanation for the change?
Well,
Being influenced by Charles Manson, sir.
well, she was such a completely different type than I would say that she has.
About your daughter, Mr. Krenwinkel.
My feelings? What else would a parent be? Being in love with her own child, and I'll stick by her.
What's your relationship as a father?
She did anything that she's accused of having done?
No.
What influence has Charles Manson had or has over your daughter now?
You would know that better than I, because we've never mentioned his name. That,
Do you feel that perhaps religion might have been overemphasized in the home as a child?
no, we're not fanatics. As we said, she went when we didn't go, just because she enjoyed going and felt better because of it.